Alright, this is the second video in the Map Reading 101 series. This is directions. This is talking about your basic directions like north and south. Last year there were some people that struggled with this, and when I told them to find northwest on a map, they couldn't do it. So we're going to cover this here so you have an idea of how to do that. There are four basic directions. They're called the cardinal directions because they are the main ones. They are north, south, east, and west. You will notice the opposites of each other, north and south, they both end in TH, north, south. That's how you know they go together. East, west, both end in ST. Again, they're opposites, you know they go together. On the right is a blank compass rose, like we learned in the last lesson, that should be on every map, even if it's just an arrow pointing north with an N on top of it. Alright, you can always remember the four basic directions in clockwise order, so that means starting at what would be 12 to 3 to 6 to 9, as never eat soggy waffles. N for north, E for east, S for south, W for west. I would say that never eat soggy waffles is a lie, because if you put syrup on it, they will get soggy and you want to eat them anyway. But there you go. Never eat soggy waffles will help you remember north, east, south, west. Anytime you look at a map, north is going to be the top of the map unless for some reason the compass rose says differently. The maps I've seen that actually have norths in a different direction than straight up are so few I don't remember actually seeing it. In our country, in our world, in the real world, we're down here at Dayton, and north is straight up into Michigan. In fact, Detroit is almost directly north of us. South is always the opposite direction of north. Always. It never fails. If north is up, south is down. If north for some reason is left, south is right. If north is right, then south is left. Wherever north is, south is the exact opposite. Again, in the real world, Kentucky is the nearest state to the south, and then you go a little further and you get down to Florida in Disney World. East. If you're standing facing north, east is to your right. Another way to think of that is if you are facing east and the sunrise is in the east. So if you're facing the sunrise, north is to your left. So if you stick your hand out with your thumb and your finger and it makes an L, that's the direction that north is if you're facing east. You're standing at the sunrise, hold the hand out left, left is north. Closest state to us to the east is West Virginia. West, just like south is always the opposite direction of north, west is always the opposite direction of east. It is also always to the left of north. So if you're facing north, west is to your left, east is to your right. If you're looking at a map, towards the top of the map is north, to the right side of the map is east, to the left is west, and the bottom is south. Unless the compass rose tells you something different, that is always the way it is. Always. West is always to the left of the north. All right. You'll notice that there's 4 extra points on the compass rose, and you're like, are those just there for decorations? No, they actually serve a purpose. There are 4 other directions that we refer to a lot of times, and those are named after the 2 directions that are nearest it. So that little point between north and east, that is a direction, and we name it northeast. North or south always comes first. So you'll notice we've got northeast. What's between east and south? It's southeast. Between south and west is southwest. Between west and north is northwest. So if I ask you to find the northwest corner of a building and you're looking at a map, you should kind of go halfway between north and west and follow it out to the far corner of the building, and there's the northwest corner. That's important because that's going to be on a quiz that we take over this when we're done with the whole map reading section. So you need to be able to find not just north, south, east, and west, but be able to tell me where northwest is and southeast and southwest. Remember, they are always named for either north or south first, and then whichever side of that they're on, east or west. That is the way we always do that. If you have any questions, ask me, rewatch this video, We're going to do a worksheet on this tomorrow, and then we'll move on from there. But I hope you understand now about the 4 basic directions, north, south, east, west, how you can remember them, never eat soggy waffles, and the other directions. And we will cover the rest later.